The 9 million people dying every year from breathing toxic air from fossil fuel-driven air pollution do not have decades to wait for oil, gas, and coal to be phased out.
I think that it is very, very important to continue encouraging our governments and ourselves that the environment is not really an issue for tomorrow. The environment is an everyday issue. It's the air we breathe, it's the water we drink, it's the food we eat, and we can't live without these things.
There is one thing that should transcend our day-to-day politics and normal geopolitics, and that is climate change.
Mission 13 is Farmerline's campaign to foster collaboration and inspire action between all stakeholders in the agriculture sector, with the goal of collectively reducing the 9.9 billion tons of greenhouse gases the industry is contributing to climate change each year. Climate change is one of the biggest challenges the world has ever faced, mostly because everything we use, eat, or utilize is in some way responsible for causing it. Each year, the Earth is made hotter by 51 billion tons of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases released into the air through our day-to-day activities. The world needs to cool down fast, and experts have warned we must lower greenhouse gases to net zero by 2050. Agriculture is the third biggest contributor to climate change. Africa only accounts for about 3% of global greenhouse gas emissions, but suffers disproportionately from the effects, especially small-scale farmers who are battling unpredictable weather patterns and little knowledge of how to prepare and protect themselves against climate change. By 2050, over 9 billion people across the world will need to be fed, and small-scale farmers are responsible for producing 1/3 of the food required to meet this demand. As the population increases, they'll need to embrace new climate-smart practices while reducing the impact of farming on the environment. Adopting drought-resistant seeds and using a combination of organic and inorganic fertilizers during planting season are some of the practices that can help farmers adapt to changing climate conditions. In addition, rotating the types of food they grow can enrich soil with key nutrients, which enhances the soil's health and in turn reduces the amount of harmful gases released into the air. Transitioning to solar-powered equipment is another way farmers can play a crucial role in the fight against climate change and ultimately contribute to reducing greenhouse gas emissions by as much as 7.7 billion tons per year. However, small-scale farmers are navigating underlying challenges such as access to quality fertilizers and seeds, education and training, connections to global markets, and affordable finance to buy resources. So how do we bridge the current gap between climate-smart knowledge, services, and small-scale farmers? Technology. Digital platforms can provide farmers with free access to educational messages in their native languages to guide them step by step through new innovative practices. Credit scoring tools alongside local agribusiness partnerships can also help to provide farmers with the finance needed to purchase seeds, solar irrigation pumps, and other essential farming equipment. In addition to this, technology helps streamline crop sourcing, giving farmers access to both local and global markets. With this all in mind, the industry must ensure farmers are supported to produce food sustainably and earn a regular profit first, in order for them to adapt to fresh ideas and adopt innovation that contributes to mitigating climate change. We call on the private sector, public sector, development organizations, investors, and local agribusinesses to collaborate on this important mission. African governments can help to scale national climate education programs. Programs such as 399 in Ghana that does provide farmers with free access to agronomy support, etc. Development and local banks can provide blended and affordable financing to mobilize additional investment, inputs and assets for farm mechanization.
It's a kitchen for the lunch, new store down, helping people. Someone come, I'm warmer, I say I'm lighted.
That this year, Farmerline, upon realizing my challenges in the field of aggregation, they gave me a tricycle that aided my work. And in fact, I was so moved about that support.
Global corporations can empower farmers in their supply chain through the use of monitoring, traceability, and intelligence tools. Local agribusinesses can be at the center of sustainable services for farmers, working with partners to deploy finance, training, and farm resources. Over the past 10 years, Farmerline has built strategic relationships with agribusinesses and farmer groups who play an extremely vital role in reaching small-scale farmers. Through these collaborations, we've worked with 3,000 strategic partners across 48 countries to support 1.7 million small-scale farmers.
We see business leaders and investors flying into COP on private jets. We see them making fancy speeches. We hear about new pledges and promises. But we are drowning in promises. Commitments will not reduce CO2. Promises will not stop the suffering of the people. Pledges will not stop the planet from warming. Only immediate and drastic action will pull us back from the abyss.
Mission 13, Farmerline's recognition of the UN Sustainable Development Goal 13, focused on taking urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. We are one of many companies working to help farmers mitigate and adapt to the impacts of climate change and are eager to learn from others who share this vision. By working together, we can make a meaningful impact in the global fight against global warming. So we remain open to hearing and incorporating feedback and insights from our peers in this shared effort to create a sustainable future for our planet. Mission 13. The Earth is yours.